Hiya!
Welcome to the Mustache and the Beard.com. Two Grey Geeks changing the world, one post at a time. My name is Louis Matos. I am the Mustache. We're here to do Scar video number 3.
Number 3?
Yes. And it'll be the Croods.
The what?
The Croods, 2013.
Gesundheit.
Yes. Joining me today, as always, is my buddy,
Junior Figueroa here, a.k.a. The Beard, coming to you live from Let's Shut Down Puerto Rico again. Because we did it so good the first time, we are on lockdown once again.
Woohoo!
Woohoo!
Yeehaw!
Yeehaw!
Yeah, we're about to put on those cowboy hats again.
Yes. Because it may turn into that the only way to get around in Puerto Rico is by horse. Because you sure can't do it by car.
All right. So we're here to talk about the Croods 2013.
The who?
The Croods.
The Croods?
Yeah.
I just like the way you say Croods.
Well, last week I watched the Croods, and when I told you about it, you said, "Oh, I love the Croods."
My granddaughter Nani made me watch that movie at least a half a dozen times.
Yeah, several times you watched it. You said so.
Yes. She made me watch because she's at that age where kids like repetition.
Yeah.
So she has no problem watching movies over and over and over and over again. She did the same thing to me with Rio. She did the same thing with Frozen.
There are parts of SpongeBob that I could just recite
verbatim. Yeah. So you know what I'm talking about. But I love the Croods.
Right. And so because it was suggested to us that we do more kid-friendly posts, when we said, let's do a Scar on the Croods.
Let's do a Scar on Croods. Why not?
So yeah. And so what is a Scar? Do you remember?
It's a streaming cinema.
Authentic
review. I couldn't remember the A.
Yeah, I know.
I couldn't remember the A.
That's the hard one.
Streaming.
Right, that's
right.
What,
Scar, streaming cinema authentic review.
Yeah, and so most movies now we watch by streaming them.
Right.
The cinema is movies, right?
Authentic.
Because it's us.
It's us. This is as authentic as you get, people.
Yeah, it's our review.
It's our review.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So
we're doing the Croods, right?
The Croods.
The Croods.
Did you want to say something about it?
No.
Oh, okay. Because you seem like okay. So let me tell you something.
I'm ready to get started.
Okay.
I'm ready to get started.
Okay, so we're going to start with some background like we
always do. Right. Lay some background on me.
Okay, The Croods is a 2013 computer animated adventure comedy produced by DreamWorks, which we know.
2013?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's been a while.
Yeah, I didn't think it was that old.
And distributed by 20th Century Fox. Written and directed by Kirk DeMico and Chris Sanders. So it was a team collaboration of writing and directing. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So usually do you have your glasses?
Yes.
Okay. So usually you.
I made sure. I'm
summary.
I'm getting better.
Okay.
I'm getting better, Lou.
Yeah.
I'm getting better. I actually have my glasses.
Okay. So the summary is right there.
The movie is about a prehistoric family in the Pliocene era, known as the Cretaceous period, fictional period where creatures and man coexisted. Yeah, this is true.
Yeah.
They did. Yeah. The father's position is threatened by the arrival of a prehistoric genius when it's been determined that the family's home in a cave is no longer safe, and they must find a new place to call home. Mm-hmm. Now wait a second. You got to put this in proper text, okay? They live in a cave. They can't stay in the cave. They what's the most that they venture in terms of area from the cave.
Not too far.
Not even a mile,
No.
I wouldn't say, by foot.
Yeah, because you got to be able to run back when
Yes.
something threatens you.
Yes. So here they are. This family has never been more than a mile from the cave, and now they got to find a new home.
Yeah, and that's because there's some kind of event that is Earth-ending event.
An environmental event like a volcano or earthquakes or something. They've got to abandon their cave. In a way, it's kind of sad.
Yeah, it is. Because you think of this place as safe, and it's a long
there's
time.
nothing safer than your home.
Yes, and they've drawn paintings in the cave.
Right, because they think they're going to be here forever.
Yeah.
And they got it worked out how they can make it safe. They put a rock and everything to block the entrance, so they fully believe that this is their forever home, and then a rude awakening. It is rather sad. You stop and think about it. Scary. Mm-hmm. So let's talk about characters.
Let's talk about characters. All right. So the lead in this is Nicolas Cage. He's Grug Crood, a caveman who is Ugga's husband and father of Eep, Thunk, and Sandy. Now, try saying that fast.
Now, the father is the main character. Mm-hmm. Is the main character in this movie, and as a father, this is probably the same for you. You could really identify with
Absolutely.
him. His attempts to not only keep his family safe, but to keep them together, right? I could really identify with him.
And Nicolas Cage likes to play big. He's very in his emoting. He is like.
And delivery, yeah.
So it's funny that you have him as a cartoon, kind of appropriate, I think.
And he's a father.
Yes,
he's a father. Yeah. He names his son Kal-El.
All right. Then we have Catherine Keener. That's mom.
Right.
That's Ugga Crood, a cave woman who is Grug's wife, daughter of Gran, and mother to Eep, Thunk, and Sandy. She is more open-minded than Grug, but is frustrated with her ability to keep her family safe, as most mothers are.
Right.
I mean, it's parents, it's difficult, the struggle of how do you protect by allowing them to experience.
Right, and also how do you handle your husband? Right, because that's part of her struggle. Also, she obviously loves and respects him, and we're shown that the father, Grug, tries real. I mean, you can't get a harder working man than this at keeping his family safe and provided. You can't get any but it is not always successful.
Right, the very first scene when they get the egg.
With the egg,
they're sharing. They're all eating the egg, and then they pass the father the last of the egg. Now, if that was my mother, father gets the egg first.
No, but everybody else got it first, and he only wound up with a drop.
A little bit, yeah.
A drop, and he was satisfied with that.
Yeah.
Because his family, he took care of his family.
Yeah.
God bless him.
Yeah. So that's the first scene. Then we have Emma Stone. Emma Stone plays Eep Crood, a teenage cave girl, Grug and Ugga's oldest child. She's the big sister to Thunk and Sandy, willing to be adventurous and experimental in a dangerous world that can kill. She has romantic feelings for Guy.
She is a female Tarzan. Okay, basically, she's a female Tarzan.
And she's not a waif. They make her, thick, heavy set.
Yes.
Love that.
Yes.
This is a full-figured girl.
Yes. Sexy in her own way. Fun character. She's the one that gets them into a lot of trouble.
Yeah, she's the one that moves the story along.
Yeah,
quite frankly.
she's that child that the more you tell them, don't do this, she's gonna do it.
Yeah.
Don't climb on the sofa. She climbs on the sofa. Don't don't go down the stairs. She goes down the stairs.
Don't climb up that cliff.
In her case, don't climb up that cliff, and she has to climb up that cliff. So and because of that is why the story moves along and they're saved.
Yes.
And they're saved because the father chasing after her is when they come to realize
she's the one that gets them out of the cave.
Yeah.
All right. So we already get to see, starting to project the story. Ryan Reynolds is Guy. He's a more evolved teenage cave boy that has a pet sloth called Belt.
Because he wears them around his waist like a belt.
He thinks of new ideas and inventions, whereas the Croods are thicker, bulkier people. Guy is smaller and thinner because it's more mind with him. With everyone else that is cave people, they are thicker.
And they're traditionalists. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, stay in the cave.
Stay in the cave. The cave works. Stay in the cave. Unfortunately, then what happens? You can no longer stay in the cave. So it's because of Guy that they're able to survive in the wilderness. He has more experience. Not only more experience, but he has ideas. Mm-hmm. He has ideas. And it becomes a kind of a debate between
father and son.
Outsider, because of his ideas.
He's not part of the family. Clark Duke. You probably, if you see a picture of Clark Duke, you know who he is. He's Thunk Crude, a cave boy, Grug and Ugga's son. So he's the middle child, brother to Eep and Sandy. Not bright, but he's clumsy, but he has a good heart. He has a good heart.
Yeah. Good son. Mm-hmm. There's no there really isn't much friction within this family.
Yeah,
there isn't. This isn't about a family that has friction. Other than the father being a traditionalist and the daughter wanting to explore, mm-hmm. to try new things.
Yeah, those are three Robins.
Yeah,
they're gorgeous.
And they're dancing.
Mm-hmm. All right. So we got a little distracted. Randy Tom is Sandy Crude. She's Grug and Ugga's youngest child, who's a toddler that doesn't speak. She just grunts and growls and bites.
And bites. She's so animalistic.
Mm-hmm. It's like, arr. Yeah, she's more a pet. All right, Cloris Leachman is Granny.
Oh my God.
Gran, an old ferocious cave woman, mother-in-law of Grug, and mother of Ugga.
And he's always trying to get rid of her. Mm-hmm. He's always trying to get rid of his mother-in-law.
Yeah. When is she going to die?
When is she going to die? She hasn't died yet.
All right, so those are the characters. A fun bunch. I think Cloris Leachman is hilarious.
Yeah. I think so too. Mm-hmm. I think she's so funny.
Mm-hmm. And she doesn't always speak. She just makes sounds sometimes, and those sounds are... They speak say a lot.
And of course, she's always critical of her son-in-law. She's always critical of her son-in-law.
All right. We're going to do a little production, and then we'll move on to the reception. Was there anything else that you wanted to say about the story itself? Or I guess we'll save it for when we do our... All right, production. Mm-hmm. Announced in 2005, there was a script called Crude Awakening.
Uh-huh.
And so that's 2005. It came out in 2013.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
8 years.
So there was a lot of script doctoring. John Cleese was one of the people that worked on it and then decided he was going to do something else. Kirk D'Amico kicked it around because he's the one that initially had the idea, and he got this other person to work with him. And so finally they developed it, and it was released in 2013.
8 years in the making.
8 years in the making. Can you believe that?
Can you believe that?
That's unbelievable. Like, sometimes movies get made in 3 months, and this is...
Yeah, and this one took 8 years.
All right. So, the reception for this, mixed reviews. 6.5 out of 10 on Metacritic. Mm-hmm. 71% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Uh-huh. Well, 71 is good.
Well, yeah, it's like 7 out of 10. You know, so 70%. That's not bad. It grossed $587.2 million worldwide.
How much did it cost to make?
They didn't say that.
But they did not spend 582.
No,
come on, it was an animated movie.
Yeah, so a lot of it. They said that it was close to $200 million in profit. So, yes, it made its money.
Boy, good.
So it was received so-so, not lukewarm. I think it was more warmer than cold. Uh-huh. Won several Annie Awards. So, I don't know, those are some kind of film critic awards. And in particular, the BMI Film and TV Music Award was given to Alan Silvestri for the music. Mm-hmm. So he won it. And Alan Silvestri is, well known for. So yeah, overall it was received well. I mean, it made money, which is the goal of every movie, right? And $200 million, not so bad.
Not so bad. It's obviously entertaining, which is the goal of every movie also.
I'll take the $200 million if you're not happy with it.
$200 million in profit, that's nothing to sneeze at.
No, not at all. All right, did you have anything else to add with the reception? Because then we're going to go to likes and dislikes.
No. Let's go to likes and dislikes.
Okay. Likes and dislikes.
Do you want to go first or you want me to go first?
You can go first if you want.
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I went first last time.
Yeah, I think so too. Okay, I really like this movie. I really, really, really like this movie. Take it from a guy, a grandfather that has to sit and watch with his grandchildren movies over and over and over again. Whereas in other movies, let's say like Rio, for example, I'm after the third or fourth time, I'm sitting there like, oh my God, I gotta sit through this again. That never happened to me with the Croods. I found myself laughing and enjoying it no matter how many times I saw it. And my granddaughter would tell me, I'm going to put on the Croods. And I'd be like, yeah, go ahead. Because anything says not to watch Rio again. I said, yeah. So I wholeheartedly recommend this movie. I laughed.
This was your piece. No, not recommendations yet. It's likes and dislikes. So you have like the thing that you liked the most and the thing you hated the most. You remember?
Okay, I like the movie.
Yeah,
I like the movie.
The piece that you liked the most.
Okay.
Do you want now to?
No. You know what I got the biggest kick out of was, well, I don't want to give a spoiler away, but I'm going to have to. When
dance around it.
No, I can't. It's the
end.
It's the tiger turning.
Oh, okay.
He's been having trouble with the saber-toothed tiger, the practically the whole movie, and towards the end, there is a danger that is the father and the tiger winds up going to the father because he's scared, and he winds up he winds up becoming a pet because
the father who doesn't believe in pets either.
Doesn't believe in pets, right? Once the thing in the cave and the tiger blows out the light. You know, that's the thing that I got the biggest kick out of.
Okay.
And then what I didn't like, this is I have a problem here. Because I can't think of a single thing that I don't like about this movie.
Okay, well, that's okay.
I can't think of a single thing that I didn't like about this movie.
Okay. So I'll say, and then maybe that'll trigger.
Okay.
I love that the Croods are thick people. We're not accustomed to seeing heavy-set people portrayed in movies. Right. And even though this is an animated movie...
And as the heroes.
Yeah. So even though this is an animated movie, I mean, this is kind of like Fred Flintstone, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, better drawn.
Full animation.
Yes.
That's what it is.
So I love that the Croods are heavy-set, thick people, that they're not waif-like. So they're drawn, and even though Emma Stone is small and thin, here in this movie, she is a rock-solid woman, you know? I mean, she's her daughter, her father's daughter, all right? And they are both...
Female Tarzan.
Yeah, she will kick your butt.
Yeah.
And she
does. She slaps Guy around.
Guy is like, all right. And that's when she's being affectionate. All right, and then the thing I don't like, and I'm going to couch it this way because I sit on the fence about this, and you're going to think, well, I'm being wishy-washy. Predictability. In a movie like this, one of the reasons why you go to this kind of Disney-type movie is because it's family-oriented, and you know you're going to get something that is going to have heart, right? And this is the thing, that it has heart. So the predictability, even though you want the predictability, you know, I was looking for some kind of a surprise, and there really wasn't. So I think that is kind of like a double-edged sword. So I'm not sure whether to say that it's something. I didn't give much weight to it on my rating anyway, so it's not like I took away anything. But we'll talk about ratings and recommendations in a few minutes. My ratings and recommendations. So big plus was it is family entertainment, and you really need family entertainment in this time of crisis in the United States.
Family, including the kids, the little kids.
I love the visuals. I mean, this movie, it's animated, but it's beautiful. I mean, they could have made it ugly, you know, and they didn't. So, love that. My third star will be because Eep is not a waif. I mean, how many times... I mean, you know, in Disney movies, they usually have the... You know, and everybody loves a beautiful hero or heroine. But, you know, and not to say she's not beautiful. She's beautiful. She's just not your typical, you know, Hollywood starlet. And then I'm going to give the fourth star, or Grey Geek, is because of the music. The music is stellar. I mean, the guy won an award for it, but it changed the mood. Like all of, you know, you're in the danger thing, and then all of a sudden they put it as comedic, you know? And so it's like they'll put a pop song on it, and it's like, whoa, it totally changes the mood. So, love the music. So for my ratings and recommendations, I say 4 Grey Geeks. It is something that you should watch as a family, and you know, it's a special relationship between a father and his daughter.
Okay. First, I totally love this movie, right? And I highly recommend it. I recommend it to anyone, especially if you have kids. Watch it with your kids. But even as an adult, I enjoy watching this movie. Now, my problem is this: I don't consider myself an authority on children's movies. Okay, I've seen my fair share of children's movies. I've seen my fair share of animated children's movies: Rio, Frozen, Trolls, Ants. A
Bug's Life.
A Bug's Life. The list goes on. You can't. I got 3 grandkids that are at that age, and believe me, I want to watch these movies over and over and over again. But I don't want to. I'm not comfortable calling myself an authority. So I'm torn because I simply can't think of anything that I dislike about this movie. Mm-hmm. There is nothing that I dislike about it. I liked everything. There is nothing that I'd say, well, I wouldn't have done that, or I would have changed that, or I would have made this different. No. So, with reservations, because I say I am not, I'm not trying to speak as an authority on animated children's movies. So with reservations, I'm giving it 5 Grey Geeks.
Wow.
Because I simply cannot think of anything. And I have seen this movie
lots of times.
Several times I've sat through this movie. Each time I laugh. Each time I enjoy it. Each time I look forward to that ending. And I can't think of anything that I would make it, that I would, to improve on it, to make it different. So I with reservations, I'm giving it 5 Grey Geeks, because I can't think. To me, the movie is perfect.
Okay. With that having been said, and that means that this is 5 times better than Lara Croft.
The documentary on foot fungus is better than Lara Croft.
Okay. All right. So my name is Louis Matos. I am the Mustache.
I am Junior Figueroa. I be the Beard.
And so that's your Scar video on the
Croods.
So we say, see you later.
See you later. Hasta la vista.
Thanks for watching.
And peace.